Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to the video. Today I'll be talking about aesthetic versus Gymcel muscles. Last video I just talked about aesthetic versus Gymcel. This time I'll be diving into the different muscles that I believe are aesthetic versus Gymcel muscles. Okay, so here I have two famous bodybuilders. This one on the left is a famous one from the earlier days, like 50s and 60s, and you can see his physique. It still is not. It's not like a natural physique you would see in nature, but it's still pretty good. It's not like the one on the right of Mike Israel. This looks horrific. You see how bloated he is. He has no aesthetics. I don't look at his shoulder to waist ratio. It looks like he looks like a gumball. It looks so dumb. Then on the left, you can see it's a very nice V taper shoulder to waist ratio. It has good proper leg development. Everything is properly developed. It looks very nice and it's aesthetic. It's not overly developed, and he doesn't also notice he doesn't have a lot of body hair, his hair on his head, and also Mike still he has no hair, so that it's not related to muscles, but also the chest too. He seems like he has a very overdeveloped lower chest versus on the left, this guy has a properly developed chest and just overall proper muscle development. All right, on to the shoulders and why I believe they're so important. First off, they accentuate your frame. Your frame looks much bigger. Your aura in a room is much better. You gain respect from others as well. It's just absolutely phenomenal and really brutal. Just look on the left and right on how crazy a difference this guy on the left. His frame's not very wide. He can have kind of developed shoulders, but he neglects his rear delts and his side delts. He has developed front delts, but his other shoulder muscles are very unaesthetic and not wide. And this dude on the right, he has very wide shoulders. His side delts are very developed, and you can just tell the difference between these two. Like it's just insane. Like these days, there's a lot of frauding going on where men go out of their way. They buy like shoulder pads off of Amazon or something to accentuate their frame. It's crazy. So, and also it stands out the most out of all muscles because it's the longest like part of the muscles basically, and it's just crazy, crazy stuff. And yeah, all right. Now moving on to the lats and why I believe they're so important for aesthetics. So first of all, it kind of accentuates your V taper and it can give an illusion that your waist is smaller. So say you have a wider, blockier waist. If you train your lats, it just it also kind of forces your shoulders just to go outwards. My bad, my mic is bugged out. And you can see on the right, this is David Lade. He has crazy developed lats, and it's just it just frames out your physique, makes it look like complete. Like if you neglect your lats, your physique won't look complete. And then on the left, this guy is I think is a swimmer I pulled up. In swimming, you would do a lot of stroke motions forward and backwards, so that really trains your back. And just your back overall is so super important for aesthetics because it supports your chest. And without a strong back, you can't have a strong chest, developed chest. And it's just biologically speaking, it just looks very like strong and commanding. Not as much as a wide shoulder frame, but it's really key as well. All right, now onto the chest, and primarily upper chest. I was trying to accentuate that and show it off in these photos. It's extremely aesthetic, and very uncommonly people have underdeveloped lower chest because so many people they neglect incline bench, and if you ignore the incline movements for chest, your upper chest will be underdeveloped. And just overall, this neglecting chest is just really dumb if you're going to be working out and you want aesthetics, because this it also kind of commands strength because you have your shirt off. It's another big part of it that's just so key. and it's this really good. It just shows off your strength, and it's biologically speaking, like, if you're showing your physique to a woman, uh, a very big part of it is your chest, and it's so key. Um, Now on to, abs. So, abs are really key because they're the most biologically attractive muscle to women, and so many studies have proven that, and also it's a key sign that you're lean, and being lean is also the most attractive, body fat to women, like, basically 10 to 15% body fat is the most attractive to women. A woman, say you're showing 2 men their physiques, I show it like, take this very right photo over here. This guy is more bulked up versus the same guy with abs. Any day, night and day difference. A woman will always go for your abs. Look at these other photos, it's just all men you could have other developed parts of your body, but the most impressive is having abs because it shows you are healthy, lean, you care about yourself, you're not neglecting your body. Because you can be bulked up with every other part of your body being developed, but the abs, you can't fake that. It shows dedication, hard work, and if you show your physique without abs, you won't get much respect, maybe just from men, but from women, you'll get a lot more women attention, and overall, it's just most aesthetic, and it's the king of muscles. Alright, now I'm on to obliques. So you can going off of what I was talking about just like a minute ago about why abs are so important for aesthetics. Now we're going to talk about the other part of the abs, the obliques. So you want to have partially developed obliques because it's like a fortress for your body, like, but overdeveloped obliques is like a curse because it's extremely hard to get rid of that, and this makes you look blocky. If it's not your waist naturally being wide, and you intentionally choose to just have overtrained obliques, it's really gonna hurt your aesthetics because you can just see, does this look aesthetic to you? Like, these people can have good body parts overall, good muscles, but these blocky waists, if it's not a naturally blocky waist, that's fine. You can still have aesthetics from that, but you just want to avoid overtraining your obliques. I'm saying don't neglect them because they're still key. And as you get older, you want to have some strong obliques, but not overdeveloped obliques for aesthetics. Okay, now I'll be talking about why I think developed traps are bad. So first of all, if your traps are more developed, it gives the illusion that your frame and your shoulders are not as wide, even though they can be seen as much wider. And to like women, it's gonna be seen as like more intimidating. They're gonna see you more like a bear versus like, oh, someone I'd like to mate with, especially in younger women. But when you get older, women might like traps, and it just messes up your shoulder to waist ratio, kind of like, and I don't know, and also it can just make your neck look weird too. You see this guy on the left, it kind of makes his neck look smaller in some way, even though he still has a wide neck versus this guy on the right. Their neck width is almost basically the same, but it's this so different. I don't know. And you can even get like sloped shoulders, as this image shows, from having the developed traps. And I just don't believe you need to train them. I think should train them a little bit, but you can just maintain that trap muscle you have and just don't build upon it because I feel like it's just hurting your aesthetics and your physique if you want to be aesthetic. All right, I cannot say this enough. Please do not neglect your upper chest. Like, so many people are so lazy, I cannot lie. They just train flat bench, and flat bench is good for your chest, but people think that that's your whole chest muscle. If you just train flat bench, it just trains your lower chest. And you can see in these images, all these two dudes, they have extremely underdeveloped upper chests, and it gives the illusion that they have gyno. And look like you have boobs like a woman. That looks disgusting. A woman is not gonna like this. This doesn't look aesthetic at all. So you can even have gyno, but if you don't train your upper chest, it makes it look so much worse and it exaggerates it to this extent. Like you don't want to have boobs, you want to have a strong, developed chest that looks manly and is also aesthetic. This guy on the right, he just has a developed lower chest, but he looks like he's never hit upper chest a day in his life. Just like the dude on the left, which is overdeveloped legs. Overdeveloped legs, first of all, they ruin your aesthetics because it makes you look kind of disabled in some way. I'm saying don't neglect your legs. You still want to train your legs. These giant legs make you kind of look like a woman because women naturally have bigger legs for reproduction. You want decently developed legs, but not these Olympia-looking legs. Having these overdeveloped legs is basically a disability to yourself. You can barely walk. It's hard to move in this. Like you want to shrink your legs lower than this. You want legs that you can be able to run and like bike with. If you've seen like bikers, you want your legs to go up into that like elite level bikers, but not these bodybuilder guys. Like this is just so brutal. Having legs like this is just crazy. Don't overhit legs. If you're a taller guy, you can train legs a lot more often. But if you're a shorter guy, it'll make you look much smaller. If you have not as wide legs, it'll give the perceived illusion that you're taller. All right, yo. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching. I appreciate all the support y'all have been giving, and thank you so much. Hope you all have a great day. Peace out.